Good Saturday to you. I'm 7 First Alert meteorologist Chris Edwards with 7 First Alert Weather Day. Not the kind of weather you would expect in the middle of April, but it is not unprecedented. We're dealing with freezing rain potential along with some heavy rain and some strong gusty winds. So here are your weather headlines. 1 to 2 inches of rainfall likely across the metro area by Sunday. I think by the time we get to Sunday evening, most of us will be closer to the 2 inches of total rainfall than 1. So make sure the sump pumps are plugged in. The heaviest freezing rain will be across the northern parts of the metro area, and it will be most likely tonight and early Sunday morning. But there will be some lakeshore flooding likely on the east side in places of eastern Macomb County, eastern Wayne, and eastern Monroe County, as well as up around Lake Huron, from Port Huron northward along the Lake Huron shoreline. So those are all concerns as a big, huge storm system affects us. And here are the weather advisories and warnings that are in effect. I know the map is busy, but so is this weather pattern. Take this in. The white is an area that is under a winter storm warning at some point. Now, these warnings will slowly kick in from north to south as the colder air filters south during the day on Saturday. So, in Lapeer and St. Clair counties, starting at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, winter storm warnings because the rain could be changing to freezing rain. It's probably not all that heavy at that time frame, and it's mostly north of I-69, but it is going to be a concern in that part of southeast Michigan before the noon hour. And then farther to the south, we're talking about Livingston and Oakland County winter storm warnings that start at 6 o'clock this evening because of some freezing rain potential. All of these advisories go through noon Sunday, by the way, when things will be improving very, very quickly. And there are even winter weather advisories from 8 o'clock this evening until noon Sunday for Washtenaw, as well as Wayne and Macomb counties. Those are shown in purple, and then those lakeshore flood warnings only apply to the eastern part of those counties, obviously near the lakefront, where the strong and persistent northeast winds will cause some flooding. So here's how the futurecast looks, all part of a massive storm system that is rocking the nation's heartland, from severe weather to the south to heavy blizzard snow conditions on the northern side, and we're sort of in between. Here's how it looks at 7 o'clock this evening. I think one wave of moisture will be moving out at that time. So during the heart of the day on Saturday, pretty fair amounts of rain. And then we get a little break. Between about 5 and 10, it tapers off to just some drizzle, freezing drizzle to the north. Nothing is going to be very heavy falling out of the sky at that time. But another wave of moisture comes in while you sleep, and unfortunately temps below freezing. A fair amount of that is going to be freezing rain. That's showing up in that salmon color. This is 4 o'clock in the morning. That is going to be a dangerous time to travel in much of the metro area because of the freezing rain potential. You'll have to get all the way south near the Ohio state line to where it just stays as all rain, say from Monroe southward. It should not be an icing issue, but anywhere else it will be. Now, later on in the morning on Sunday, temperatures start to warm. Here we are just before noon, and I think the southern, from basically Detroit southward, we're back to all rain. But it'll take longer in the northern suburbs. There will be more accumulation of ice on trees and power lines, and the more likely time frame for power outages is that time frame and to the north of Detroit. Do be prepared, especially north of Detroit, for power to go out because of accumulation of ice on the power lines. Then as the last wave of rain from this particular storm comes in, it's all rain, maybe some thunder late in the day on Sunday into Sunday evening as a very dynamic weather system moves through. So today, 42, but that comes in the morning. Temperatures fall into the 30s for most of the day. Northeast wind 15 to 30. Overnight, rain just about everywhere changes to at least some freezing rain. Heaviest to the north. A little thunder is possible. We get below 32 north of the city, perhaps down as cold as 29 well to the north of Detroit. And then icy early, quickly changing to rain by midday, with winds decrease during the day as we hit 45. And then much less active Monday, but still cloudy and chilly with a 40% chance of a rain shower. We'll actually see a little sunshine, 47 Tuesday, mid-50s Wednesday, slight chance of a shower, and then it quiets down late in the work week. Stay with us. We're going to keep you updated on all platforms. Wherever you go today, we're going to keep you informed. Especially tonight, travel is going to get difficult. It's not what you would expect, but it's what we can cover for you here on WXYZ.com.